Hi everyone and welcome to your third lesson on this special numbers topic. So today we're going to look at another type of special numbers called prime numbers. This is actually a wee bit more difficult than what we should be trying at the moment, but I thought we could go with a wee challenge, okay? We've been doing so well recently, I thought a challenge would be good for us. So as always, pause the video please and try these 4 starter questions. You shouldn't use a calculator for any of them, okay? So for number 1, you have to work out what is 324 add 79. You can do this in your head, guys, if you want to get an answer, but write it down, or you can do a chimney sum, completely up to you. Question number 2, you have to calculate 10% of £200. For question 3, what is the name of the shape that this net will make? So this is the net of a shape over here. If I fold it all back together, what is the name of the shape that it will make? And for question 4, what is the answer to this sum? So 8 add 3 times 2. Okay, pause the video, come back once you're done. Okay, welcome back. So for question number 1, 324 add 79. I'm going to show you the answer as the chimney sum, but if you've done it in your head, you can just check it as we go. So lay out our chimney sum. So the first numbers we're adding together are 4 and 9, so that's 13. So we put down our 3 and we carry our 1. Then we've got 2 and 7, which is 9. Add the 1 is 10, so we're going to put down the 0 and carry the 1. 3 plus 1 is 4, so my final answer is 403. Okay. For question number 2, what is 10% of £200? The answer is £20. You simply just chop off this 0. To find 10%, you divide by 10, so we chop off the 0. What is the name of the shape that this net will make? For question 3, it is a cuboid. Okay, it makes a 3D shape and the shape it makes is a cuboid. Question number 4, what is the answer to this sum? 8 plus 3 times 2. Now with this sum, guys, I'm checking to see if you know what to do first. Do I do the 8 add the 3 first, or do I do the 3 times the 2 first? The 3 times the 2 comes first. So it's 8 plus 6, so your answer is 14. Okay. Right, okay, prime numbers, what are we doing today? What's our learning intention? We are learning what a prime number is and to find all the prime numbers from 1 to 100. We typo there, okay? How will we know if we're successful? We'll know if we're successful if we understand what a prime number is, so if we know the meaning of it, and if we can find all the prime numbers between 1 and 100. So that's your task today, okay? So your definition. A prime number is a number that has exactly 2 factors. Remember, factors was the last lesson that we done. Factors are numbers that divide into a number exactly and leave no remainders. Okay? A prime number can only have 2 factors. So if we have a look at this first example here. Is the number 7 a prime number? And you have to explain your answer. So you've got to say yes or no, and then you've got to say why. Okay, so the number 7, if we start to think about our factors the way we were doing it the other day, we know that we can write it as 1 times 7, so that's 2 factors. The number 1 is a factor and the number 7 is a factor, so that's 2 factors. Is there any other numbers that we can multiply together to make 7? No, there's not. So we would say that yes, the number 7 is a prime number as it has only 2 factors, the number 1 and the number 7. There is no other numbers that will divide into 7 exactly without leaving a remainder. Okay? So to answer our question, we say yes or no, and then we give our reason. So we say yes, it is a prime number because it only has 2 factors. Okay? Right, on to our second example. Is the number 10 a prime number? And explain your answer. So start by trying to find the factors. So 1 times 10, there's our first 2 factors. So 1 is a factor and 10 is a factor. Is there any other numbers that I can multiply together to make the number 10? Yes, I can multiply 2 and 5 together to make 10. So is the number 10 a prime number? No, it is not a prime number because it has more than 2 factors. The number 10 has 4 factors, 1, 2, 5 and 10. So it's not a prime number because it has more than 2 factors. Okay. Right, example number 3. Is 25 a prime number? And explain your answer. So when we're trying to decide if 25 is a prime number or not, we try to think of all the numbers that we can multiply together to make 25. So the first two that we can always work out is the number 1 and the number itself. So 1 times 25 will make 25. Is there any other numbers that I can multiply together to make 25? Yes, I can multiply 5 times 5 to make 25. So is 25 a prime number? No, it's not a prime number. It's not a prime number because it has 3 factors. 1, 5 and 25. Okay. Right, example number 4. Is 33 a prime number? Explain your answer. So 1 times 33 will give me 33. Is there any other numbers that I can multiply together to make 33? Yeah, 3 times 11 will make 33. So is 33 a prime number? No, it has more than 2 factors. It has 4 factors. So the number 3 has 4 factors, which are 1, 3, 11 and 33. So it's not a prime number. Prime numbers can only have 2 factors. Right, last example. Is 19 a prime number? And explain your answer. So we know that the 2 factors straight away we can think of are 1 times the number itself, so 1 times 19. Is there any other numbers that you can multiply together to make 19? No, there's not any more numbers. So is 19 a prime number? Yes, it is a prime number. It only has 2 factors, itself and the number 1. Okay. Right guys, what I want you to do at this point is to try questions 1 to 6 from the worksheet. Once you've done that, come back to the video because then I'm going to show you how to find all the prime numbers between 1 and 100. Okay, so pause the video, try questions 1 to 6, mark your answers and then come back for the second part of the lesson. Okay guys, welcome back. I hope you managed questions 1 to 6. Okay, so for the second half of this lesson today, we are going to be looking at trying to find all the prime numbers between 1 and 100. So if we have a look at this square here, I have the numbers from 1 all the way through to 100. Now I'm going to show you the best and the easiest way to find all the prime numbers from 1 to 100. Okay. The very first thing you're going to do is to score out the number 1. You're going to score out the number 1 because it doesn't have 2 factors. It only has 1 factor itself, so it's not a prime number. The second number that you're going to score out is the number 2. It is a prime number because, or in fact, you're not going to score it out, sorry. You're just going to circle it because it is a prime number. It is a prime number because it has 2 factors. Okay, right. The next thing you're going to do is to score out all the numbers down the 2 column. These are all in the 2 times table. They're all, you can divide them all by 2, so they all have more than 2 factors. So you're going to score out all the numbers down that 2 column there. Okay, right. In the same vein, you're going to score out all the numbers in the 4 column. They cannot be prime numbers because they can all be divided by 2 and 4, right? And the number 1 and other numbers, they are not prime factors. They do not only have 2 factors, okay? After that, you're going to score out all the columns, all the even number columns, right? They cannot be prime numbers. The only even number that's a prime number is the number 2. So that's circled because it is a prime number, okay? Any other number that is in the 2 times table cannot be a prime number because it has more than 2 factors. So score out everything in the 6 column, score out everything in the 8 column, and score out everything in the 10 column. They cannot be prime numbers, okay? Right, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to circle the number 3. It is a prime number. It can only be divided by itself, the number 3 and the number 1, so it is a prime number. After that, we're going to go through the grid and we're going to score out everything that would be in the 3 times table. Okay, so if we add 3 onto 3, 6, it's already scored out. Then we're going to score out 9 from the 3 times table. 12 would be our next one, but it's already done. Then we're on to 15. Then it would be 18. And keep adding on 3 until you score them out. So keep going through, adding on 3 and score out each number. Okay, so 27, 33, 39, 45, 51, 57, 63, 69, 75, 81, 87, 93, and 99. Okay. Right, is the number 5 a prime number? Yes, it is, because it can only be divided by itself and the number 1. So we put a circle around the number 5. It is a prime number. Now we're going to go through the grid and score out everything that would be in the 5 times table. So 25, 35, 55, 65, 85, and 95. So anything that ends in a 5 can be divisible by 5, so it gets scored out. Okay. Then we're going to go through and think about 7. Is 7 a prime number? Yes, it is, so we're going to put a circle around it. And then we're going to score out everything in the 7 times table. So 49, 77, and 91. Each time we're just going through it and scoring out the next. So counting along 7, score it out. Counting along 7, score it out. So therefore we can see that we have 25 numbers that are below 100. So there's 25 prime numbers below the number 100. Okay. All the ones on my grid here that are circled. So guys, what I would like you to do is to write out the numbers 1 to 100 and then try and replicate what I've just done there. Don't copy what I've got on the screen. You try and do it yourself. Okay, right? So try that then now. So go back to the worksheet and you're going to attempt the next question from the worksheet, which takes you through this. Okay. Once you have finished finding all the prime numbers from 1 to 100, I've left you some extension material on the end here. So here, so as I said, you're going to try and find all the prime numbers between 1 and 100. So that's question 7 on the worksheet. You've got 2 pieces of extension here that you can try. You can do them in any order you want. So the first thing you could try is to try and find all the prime numbers from 1 to 200. So you could write them out, the number 1 through to 200, and then try and find all the prime numbers. That will be really, really tricky. Okay, but you can give it a shot if you want. Or the second thing you can try is to try and find the biggest prime number known. So you can use Google for this. So Google prime numbers, biggest prime number, and see if you can find the biggest prime number and let me know what you find. Okay? Good luck, guys.